juice left?
Yes, I thought you were asleep.
Yeah, I was for a bit. I was just leaving you a clear field with the good doctor.
Who said I needed one?
Well, he was here for quite a while after he examined me.
He was here for half an hour, and thank you very much, but I don't need a clear field.
No?
No. Oh, I'm in a rut. Dudley Scrivens has offered me a job at head office, you know?
Yes, you said.
Oh, dear, I am in a rut. I can't even remember what I've said.
That's not a rut. That is senility. And if you're in a rut, why don't you take the job?
Personal assistant. I could do his job better than he does, which isn't saying much, I know. I'd rather be a big fish in a small pond, I suppose.
Oh, yeah, well, I'm just a small fish in a small pond. Nothing ever changes, does it?
Everything's in order, I trust, Mrs. Brookes?
Yes, thank you. Except for the company, or rather the lack of it.
Oh, he hasn't turned up, then. What a shame.
No.
Would you care for another brandy, perhaps?
Yes. Why not?
Certainly. Yvette, another brandy for Mrs. Brookes. Excuse me. Just past 10 o'clock.
Pardon?
You asked me to remind you.
Did I? Oh, yes, the babysitter.
Some baby.
Well, you can't have a child sitter, can you? Oh, thank you, Paul.
Are we rushed?
No, we've got another half an hour.
Good.
Congratulations are in order, I trust.
Well, seeing that you drew up the menu for the reception, I think congratulations are a little overdue.
No, about your latest acquisition, the garage.
Oh, yes, thank you, Paul.
Is it common knowledge, Paul?
I suppose so. Why is it meant to be a secret?
No, hardly. Who told you?
David Hunter?
Did he express an opinion?
None whatsoever. He just stated the facts, and I believe he's as happy about it as we all are.
You know, a week ago, everything was lovely. Just the wedding to look forward to. No hassle, no nothing.
By this time next month, the hassle will be forgotten, the wedding will be over, and everything will be lovely again.
Oh, do you really think so?
Leave it to me.
I seem to be leaving everything to you. Why am I leaving the honeymoon to you?
Because I asked you to.
How did you talk me into that?
Oh, with infinite charm.
Well, don't make it too much of a shock, will you?
I think I know what you'd like best. I want you to have that always.
Who's the lady?
Oh, Mrs. Brookes.
Paul certainly seems to be dancing attendance.
Oh, she's been stood out.
What?
No, she booked in with her old man and didn't share.
How very odd.
Oh, I don't know. Married people are like that.
Swine. If you ever do that to me, I shall flirt outrageously with every restaurant manager I can find.
I won't ever give you the chance.
I wonder how long it is since she's been told that.
So he just went?
Straight back to London. He says he's paid. Well, where did he get the money?
Exactly, where did he get the money?
Well, I was just about to ask him, wasn't I, when he went.
Well, there's nobody around here with that kind of money. Do you ever catch him on the telephone trying to arrange something?
No. He wouldn't have sneaked off unless he was hiding something.
Well, he must have sounded out somebody. He had a go at you, didn't he?
Yeah.
Kevin.
Kath, I hope not. Kevin didn't want to know right from the start.
Well, he'd have no luck with Sid or Mac. Wally. A few pounds in that money belt, maybe?
Oh, do us a favour.
Oh, dear. Oh, dear.
Oh, dear, what?
I've just remembered something Terry's mate said to me.
Terry doesn't have any mates round here, Sharon.
Terry came round to the garage to see him, and he said it was urgent, but you know me, I just saw red and I sent him packing.
Yeah, well, go on.
And it was just after you had your visit from the dynamic duo. It's like a good Agatha Christie. It's the one you least expect who'd done it. And has he done it?
Not Benny.
Sweet, Mummy.
No, thanks, but ask Auntie Barbara, eh?
No, not for me, my lovely. I daren't.
Yeah, just be careful with those sweet papers. Don't drop them on the floor into the waste bin, please. Want to keep the place tidy, don't we? Now, when I've finished all this, we'll be able to get to the zoo. Or would you rather go riding this morning? Then we could go to Dudley Zoo this afternoon.
Yes, please.
Jolly good. That's that sorted out then. With a bit of luck, Adam will be able to come. That'd be nice, won't it?
Hello, yes? No, I'm afraid he's not here. No, I can't help, actually, Kath. I'm not in a position, you see, to make those sort of decisions at the moment.
What's happened?
It's Kath Brownlow.
Well, what's up?
Sheets.
Oh, no, not again.
Kath, just hold on. I'll pass you over to Mrs. Harvey.
Right, Kath, what's the matter? Oh, no, that was the same last week. Well, I mean, that's no good to us. Well, how are we, rock bottom, then? Why? Did you mention all this to Mr. Hunter? What did he say? Oh, well, thinking about it's not going to do any good, is it? Well, look, I'll get somebody over you in the next 10 minutes, okay? Actually, Adam will come over and deal with it.
Adam will deal with what?
Sheets.
It's not my province.
Oh, I think you'll find it is today.
What's gone wrong?
Laundry.
Thanks, Kath. Bye.
Oh, look, come on. They were late last week.
Yes, well, they're more than late this week. They've disappeared.
Well, they must be somewhere.
Oh, yes, they must be somewhere. But they're not in their usual place, and they haven't just been misplaced, they've been nicked.
What happens now?
Well, go over to Kath, check what we need down at the warehouse and get it. She said she did mention it to David Hunter, but he didn't do anything about it.
He does have other things on his mind, you know.
Well, haven't we all? Now, do you think you'll be able to manage all that this morning?
I doubt it. Why?
Well, we are going to Dudley Zoo this afternoon, aren't we?
Well, I might have to give that a miss.
Oh, no, that'll be a great disappointment to us all, won't it?
Yeah, well, try to live with it, eh?
Oh, where's Benny?
He's out working that mini.
Doesn't he take tea breaks?
No, you know, he likes to get a job finished.
Yeah.
Take it later, I suppose.
Right. Oh, I may as well tell you now while I'm here.
How's that?
The new co-owner is Adam Chance.
Well, that'll be great. We got nothing to worry about, have we?
The devil we know.
There might be some changes, Sydney.
You're going to be still in charge, aren't you?
I've been asked.
Great. It's just like the old firm, won't it?
Well, maybe the old firm could do with a bit of shaking up, mate.
Oh, come on. You're always looking on the black side. Well, you know what I mean.
Yes, I know what you mean. But the point is, I can't see Adam Chance leaving well alone. He likes running the whole show. And making a show of it.
Yes, we'll see, won't we, anyhow? Benny.
Yeah?
I've got a message for you.
What?
From Diane. She's homesick.
Oh, is anything wrong?
Tummy upset. Oh, don't worry. She's much better this morning. She just thought you might like to visit her.
Oh, sure.
Would lunchtime be all right with you?
Yeah, I'll take her some flowers.
Oh, that'd be nice, yes. She just wants to have a talk with you, you know.
It's funny, that, isn't it? I mean, when I'm bad, I don't want to talk to anybody. I expect she just wants company.
It must be that, yeah. Yeah, Friday's a good day.
Friday's payday. It's only good for the workers.
Yes. Well, if you could get it in by the crack of dawn, you could have it back at lunchtime. Okay, 8:30 on the dot. Right you are. Bye-bye.
Sharon? How many MOTs are we averaging?
Enough.
Can we step it up at all?
Don't see how. You can't drag them in off the streets. Why?
No, I'm just looking.
What for?
Improvements?
Feel free.
Oh, but I do.
Miss Sharon,
Yeah?
can I go now?
Where?
Well, you know, to see Mr. Hen, like you say.
Oh, yes. Where you going?
Thanks.
Yes. Do you need a new starter motor?
No, it's just the brushes. Excuse me, mister.
Oh, that'll please somebody.
Not for long.
Why not?
Because his pump's on the blink.
Oh, dear.
I know. Have you seen Sid?
He's around somewhere, yeah?
No, because the guy out in MOT is just shouting to get away.
Benny, before you go, see if you can't find Sid for me, please.
Oh, yeah. Look, if Mr. Hen want me to do something take a long time, will it be all right?
Of course it will. We'll see you when we see you.
Right.
What was all that about?
Diane's home ill. She wants him for something.
What on our time and money?
You gonna be a skinflint?
Sid! Hello!
And that was lost is now found.
Okay. What has your fine tooth comb revealed?
Well, there's a few corners to be cut. A nip here, tuck there. All adds up to saving.
Like what?
Well, you can't say that Sid Hooper is exactly overworking himself, can you?
fishy about that one, if you ask me.
Fishy. Absurd expression. What is it meant to indicate?
Well, she had an early lunch, and I asked her to sign a bill.
And?
Well, she waffled on about it for ages, and then said she wanted to pay cash. I mean, nobody pays cash, especially if they're staying here. They all just sign.
Maybe she had a very good reason to.
It's fishy.
My dear girl, readiness to part with actual cash is seldom the sign of fishiness, as you choose to put it. In my experience, it's quite the contrary. You do well to remember that, Glenda. Good afternoon, Mrs. Brookes.
Oh, good afternoon.
Lovely day.
Yes, isn't it?
I take it you've had lunch already.
Yes.
I wasn't there to supervise it.
It was very nice.
Good, good. Heard from Mr. Brookes yet?
No, he hasn't arrived.
You're interested in Worcester, lovely place, I know it well.
Yes, I'd love to go there.
Well, I hope you don't find this too presumptuous, but it does happen to be my afternoon off. If you so desire, nothing would please me more than to take you there in person.
That would be very good of you.
Not at all.
But, I was only toying with the idea.
Oh.
You see, I'm expecting a telephone call from my husband, and I daren't go out this afternoon in case I miss him.
I understand.
But thank you all the same, Mr.
Ross. Poor Ross.
Thank you, Mr. Ross. It's very thoughtful of you. I'm only sorry I can't take advantage of your offer.
Fishing?
MOTs are going great. I mean, I got another one in about 5 minutes' time.
Yeah, how many is that today, sir?
That's 3. See, then there's all the spares for the servicing. I mean, I sort of go down, collect and order those. Sometimes I got to get on the blower and give them a bit of a, roasting. By the time they get there, we're drawing a pension in some cases. Then the petrol, well, the returns, they're all right. The pump's doing well, by the way.
Good.
I iron out any hiccups with Gokel.
Hiccups?
Well, delivery of the petrol, you got to keep behind him, haven't you? And then there's the VAT man. I don't need to tell you about him.
Yeah, well, the accountant sees to him.
Yeah, but I got to lay everything out in sort of chronological order, so I
What
can
about
just,
the workshop?
The what?
I mean, you said. What is your workload like in there?
Well, I do what I can, I help out when I can. It's not as easy getting away, you see. You know what I mean? Hello, Crossroads Garage. Yes, how can I help?
Pump okay?
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
if I took it for a spin, it's
Just a moment.
fine.
Right.
Edison Square, is that Ford pre-ready?
Yeah. Anytime you want to collect it.
Lovely. Okay, well, you just rung the right time. It is ready. I'll get all the damage worked out for you, right? And then you can call round with the bill and the check. Thank you. Bye. This guy's a bit of a dodgy payer. I don't really, let him see the car till I've seen the check.
Good. Here's Nobby there.
No, he's out towing in a banger, actually.
It doesn't matter.
What's all this? A pep talk or what?
Half of the course, isn't it, after a takeover? No, what I'd like to say is that I've taken a look at things and I'm happy for them to stay the way they are, at the moment. Overall, things look fine, but anything can be stepped up. It's in the workshop, so don't be afraid to keep your overalls on, sir.
Oh, well, don't worry about that, Gav. I mean, that's my first love, innit? All this paperwork gets in the way of a mechanic like myself.
Yes, well, I'm glad to hear it. I like a man who doesn't mind getting his hands dirty.
Me to the T.
Right, we'll keep the good work up. And the other thing I'd like to say is if you fellas can arrange to be in the bar at 1 prompt, I'll have them lined up, OK?
The motel bar?
Yes, so get the grease off your hands and we'll cast a blind eye. Pints all round?
I'll just have a half, Gav.
Yeah, fine.
Yeah, great.
Well, it'll have the edge on throwing buns at theirs.
What's all that about throwing buns at bears for?
Some clever in remark.
Well, I didn't get it.
Nobody did. That's why he does it. Tell you something else, Sydney.
What?
Just because he sets up a few pints doesn't turn him into a fairy godfather. Mind how you go, won't you?
I do, kid. Always do.
Miss Sharon said you weren't very well. Brought you some flowers. Nice, isn't they?
Smashing. Sit down, Benny.
Well, how you feeling? Better?
No. But never mind about me. How are you?
What?
You must be out of your mind. £20,000? Have you got any idea how much that is?
It ain't nothing to me.
I am angry. The whole thing's just ludicrous. It's balmy. Terry Lawton
Your
comes...
brother?
Somebody you loathe the sight of. And sweet as you like, you hand him over £20,000.
It weren't like that.
Well, what was it like? Because the whole thing escapes me by miles.
I hate him, and I still do hate him, but I didn't give it to him.
You know what he's done, don't you? He's gone straight back to London, laughing his socks off in the clear. Terry goes from one scrape to another with no finer feelings for anyone except number one.
Look, you've seen them blokes, haven't you? You were the one that said that the only thing they think about is money. Well, it don't mean nothing to me. And it weren't doing nobody any good stuck in a silly old bank.
But Benny, it was yours. And what makes me so flippin' angry is that I didn't know you were doing it. Terry's coming to me, sweet as you like, telling me some friend of his has lent him the money and it turns out to be you.
Look, I told him to clear off. He shouldn't have told you.
He didn't tell me. I would never have dreamt in my wildest nightmares, and my God, I've had a few, that you could be stupid enough, rash enough, soft enough to... Why couldn't you have forgotten you'd got it? I had.
Look, you had a visit, didn't you, off them blokes? You remember? And when I came round, you were really scared. Oh, yes, you're shouting now, but then you were crying your eyes out.
You went round to Sharon and you asked her what it would be like if you paid the money. That's how I know. He didn't tell me I'd have flipping strangled him.
Yeah, and she said...
Oh, for heaven's sake, Benny! What if she'd said, go and jump in the cup? What would you have done then? If she'd have realised that you loved Terry enough to go and empty your bank account all over him, she'd have kept her mouth shut.
Look, I didn't do it for them or for
You'll
Terry.
never get it back.
But I did it for you. Look, I only ever seen you cry once afore like that. And that were over Nicky. When you had to leave him behind in America. I couldn't do nothing about that. I love you. That's why I did it. And I were the only one that could help. I made him take that money so he could give it them blokes and they'd leave you alone. I don't give a monkeys about Terry Lawton. But now it's done, paid, I thought, like Miss Sharon say, you'd be really happy. And just look at you, shouting at me, bawling at me, telling me off. I just don't understand it. I love you. Ain't that good enough reason? Blimey, not again. I don't know. I did it for you. And you're still blooming crying.